with day one of the Democratic National Convention kicking off in Chicago. Vice President Kamala Harris will officially accept her party's nomination for the presidency later this week. She arrived in the Windy City yesterday after campaigning in the key battleground state of Pennsylvania. Meanwhile, President Biden and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton will take to the stage tonight. And later in the week, former Presidents Barack Obama and Bill Clinton, along with former First Lady Michelle Obama, will speak before the Vice President herself takes to the stage on Thursday. CBS News Minnesota reporter Caroline Cummings joins me now with the very latest on this. So, Caroline, the president is expected to give his keynote address tonight. What else do we know about what's planned for the convention?
Well, good morning, Vlad. So it is a long list of kind of top Democrats headlining this week at the convention, but Democratic officials are really kind of trying to weave a narrative throughout this week of the DNC. So their theme is for the people, for our future, and through each night when they have these different themes, they're going to try to draw a contrast between former President Donald Trump and his campaign and his vision for the future with the Harris-Walz ticket for the future. And the Democrats are trying to make the case that Donald Trump is trying to bring the country backwards and that he's trying to relitigate some of his grievances of the 2020 election, going to criticize his Project 2025 plan. And so they're really trying to draw that contrast, and that will begin tonight with President Biden's speech. And he's expected to highlight a lot of what the administration has done, of course, with Vice President Kamala Harris by his side as his number two, that has since taken the torch to usher this administration and this Democratic future into the next 4 years should she win the White House. So those are kind of what we're expecting. As far as speakers, you mentioned a lot of them, but we'll also hear from the second gentleman, Doug Emhoff. We'll hear from Hillary Clinton, former Secretary of State, and of course the Democratic nominee in 2016, and also former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, a key Democrat in the party, and also the leaders of the House and Senate, Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer over in the Senate, are also scheduled to speak. Vlad.
So, Caroline, we're showing a graphic here of all of those people that you just mentioned. And what's sort of interesting and what struck me is that many of these speakers are, by all accounts and by the reporting that we've done and others, those folks who had a role to play in in President Biden stepping down and naming or endorsing Vice President Kamala Harris as his successor. But we can expect that this will be a kumbaya moment for the Democrats. We're not expecting any signs of disunity, even though, as I said, the reporting is that folks like former President Barack Obama or Nancy Pelosi, basically reading the tea leaves, helped to pressure the president to step aside.
Right, and that's exactly right, according to all of our reporting and reporting elsewhere. That's exactly right. But now that he has stepped aside, there is this sense of unity. And think about how quickly the party coalesced around Vice President Harris in the immediate aftermath after he announced that he was dropping out of the race. He endorsed her, and it was a pretty clear runway there for all of the chips to fall in line, the virtual roll call vote of the delegates to make it official. Kamala Harris is the nominee even before they do the, kind of pomp and circumstance of the roll call here at the DNC. So, yes, they have kind of coalesced around here, and this is a chance for them to project to Americans that the party is unified and ready to move forward under a Harris-Walz administration. But
all right, Caroline Cummings reporting. Thank you, Caroline. Appreciate you.